I was just kind of like, I guess. Yo, all right, we're live, pal. What's up, y'all? How you doing? Fuck. That's a good one. Yo, what's up, guys? You guys know what time it is. It is Thursday. It is late. It is Freaks and Peaks. We're just gonna talk about probably your favorite game. Probably not. Talking about Summer Games Fest Hangover because it's over now. But we're also talking about just other topics trending. I feel like we always talk about, I should say never. It was double negative. I feel like we always talk about Twitch. What? I said double negative. Because I was going to say we never not talk about Twitch, but that's bad grammar. We always talk about Twitch, and we're going to be talking about Twitch again today, sadly. So we got a few topics in line. As you can see, you got the avatars down below. You can see from left to right on my screen, it is Cosmic Kaiser 6. Despair, aka 1-800 Big Beef. Follow Your Dreams. The homie Shin the Legend.
What?
And of course, yours truly, Super Freak 187. 187 and 0 in Dombe fights. Let's go. All right. So,
had a crash course on that earlier.
Yeah, if you guys don't know what Dombe fighting is, you gotta look it up on Google and join our Discord, man. Fuck it, I'll plug our Discord. We have fun. Come hang out with us, but don't be weird. Fuck that.
Yeah.
And there's rules.
Weird,
read the announcement. We make up the rules as we go.
You definitely had enough weird. I'm good.
Thank you for your cooperation. I did that shit on purpose. All right, guys. But first up on the docket today, as you know, if you've been following the Microsoft showcase, they showed a huge, what was it, like 45 minutes of Starfield, which I'll just lead off and say initially when they first showed Starfield, I think it did not look great. I thought the frame rate was ass. I thought it was it had that Bethesda feel, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it still does.
And it still does, but exactly, like it still does, but I'll speak more about what I mean by that later. It's just more of the Bethesda feel with like certain like if you play Fallout, if you play Skyrim, you kind of know.
Yeah, just
that
jank.
Bethesda feel. It looks jank. It has little jaggies. You can see jaggies and stuff like that, right?
Isn't it because they use the same shitty engine that they've always used from like, I don't know, fucking
yes
80 years?
They've used the same engine. I forget what the engine is called. Despair, do you know?
I forgot.
You're really good at knowing engines. That's why I defaulted to you.
I
forget what it's called. But they have their engine or their
the creation engine, I think it's called.
I think that's it.
Or was that just Skyrim? I don't know if that's for all of them. Maybe it probably is for all of them. I don't know.
Yeah, but they showed a huge 45-minute showcase. What you're gonna see?
What the fuck?
If you're telling you, if you're watching the live stream now, or if you're just listening in, you'll see the stream running in the background of the showcase. It goes through Starfield. It goes through a lot of aspects of the games, and I gotta say, after this showcase, I was truly impressed with what they showed off. It actually, like, when I was initially like not impressed and I was like, I'm gonna play the game anyway because if it's Skyrim in space, it's Skyrim in space. But now I'm actually super excited about the game. But I guess
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like when it comes to Bethesda games, like there's certain studios you just gotta expect their shit to just look trash. Like I don't think they've made a bad game. Well, Fallout 76 doesn't count, but I don't think they've made like a bad game.
Yeah.
Like in a long time. They're jank as fuck. They usually come out hella buggy, hella glitches, people falling through the floor, saves getting corrupted, all that buggy crazy shit. But when it comes to the quality of their shit, it's usually on point. So when they first showed that shit, I remember we were all in here. We were like, "Yeah, that shit looked like ass."
Yes.
But I was like, I don't care, because by the time the game come out, I'm sure it'll be fine. Like, Their
Well,
games usually are fun. Like,
yeah, it's just more a reliance on like. To me, it's like they always rely on their audience to kind of fix the game for them.
I wouldn't say that because they don't even their audio. Like when Fallout came out, when Skyrim came out, like they don't really do well, like with performance enhancing mods. Like they usually have like a lot of stuff like in the game engine, like in the ini files and shit like that you can change. Yeah, but they don't usually run too bad. Well, I'm strictly speaking PC, like, but their console games are usually shit. Like Fallout 4 ran like shit on console, I remember. But
I think it's also really hard to, because if you consider what these games do, and
yeah, think of the scale of these.
Yeah,
games.
I'm thinking
like,
of the scale of the game. It's a huge open world game, but it's not the same as a regular open world game that you play, right? The thing about Bethesda games that they do, and it's really taxing, which is why I guess the major point of this was all the articles about the game, them announcing the game being locked to 30 FPS on consoles, right? And the whole thing is, and Digital Foundry brought this up as well, because, you know, they always talk about performance and stuff, and it's just like, it's not just fidelity. When Todd Howard says fidelity, it's not just the graphics and the resolution, it's also just the fidelity of the open world experience, because they have items and things that you leave. You can leave things in a house, and those items are going to be in that same area, and the game has to remember that.
Yeah, Fallout. I love doing that shit. Like
yeah,
Fallout.
the game has to remember that. That happens in Fallout. That happens in Skyrim. That happens in all of these games. And the thing is, now this is a game on a much grander scale. You're talking about like planets. So if you're leaving certain things on certain planets, and that shit's going to maintain that memory and save where you drop certain things, like you could drop a book on a table, and then if you go back to that planet hours later in the game, that book is going to be on that table. You know what I mean? Like that's the kind of fidelity, that's the kind of like detail that we're talking about here. Like, and I think that people don't realize it.
Remember when Fallout 4 dropped? I forgot what it was called, but they let you make like your own like little fucking settlement or whatever, and have like you know recruit people into your shit and like build stuff and whatever. And I remember doing that shit, and it literally tanked the frame rate of the fucking game. It didn't matter where I was at. Like I could be I could be like miles away from that motherfucker, and that shit would just tank the frame rate. And I was like, damn, okay. But I still felt like, okay, this is cool. I'm going back, and all my shit's still there where I left it. The person that I was talking to is still there. Fucking people just randomly, you know, walking through the town doing their usual shit. Like that game, stuff like that is cool. Like, so this is the first time in a while where I wasn't really surprised to hear that it's going to be locked at 30 on console. And I don't really care because, you know, PC, but I'm sure the PC version gonna run like shit too, but it doesn't matter because I expect that from a game like this, and I don't really care. I don't think it's, as long as it doesn't hamper my enjoyment of the game, which it hasn't. It didn't. Skyrim was fine for me. Fallout was fine for me. So it's like whatever.
Just to touch.
I think.
Sorry, I just wanted to touch real quick, because I just looked it up. It is the Creation Engine, and for Starfield, it's Creation Engine 2.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Paulo.
Very creative of them.
Right? Shut up. Unbelievable.
No, but I was just gonna say, like, I prefer them at least telling us it's 30 FPS up front, than us having this wild, crazy expectation of the game. Yeah,
doing what all the other devs have been doing, not sending out review copies, waiting to the day of to let people talk about the performance of the game and shit.
Didn't Gotham Knights announce it like a month before the game dropped?
I don't remember. That was like 10 years. Oh, you talking about Gotham Knight? Yo, why do I keep confusing
you
Gotham
keep thinking,
Knight?
You keep thinking Arkham Knight. No, man.
Yeah. Like,
Arkham Knight still looks better than Gotham Knights to this day. I'll die on that.
I mean, that game still looks better than a lot of fucking games. Like Arkham Knight is.
I think they announced that it was going to be locked to 30 FPS on consoles like a month before the game release, and people were like furious. But I guess my point would be that it's a conscious decision that developers make, and it's fine with certain games. This is a huge open world game. I mean, sometimes you're just limited by the hardware as well. Like, it's not going to be locked at 30 on PC. We'll see this when the game comes out, but Todd Howard went on the record. He said, listen, we made the decision to lock it to 30. Can the game run better than 30?
They said it can run at 60.
Yeah, they said it can run at 60, but it's not consistent. So we feel that to keep the fidelity of the game that we want it, we will lock it at 30 for consoles. So I prefer a lock 30 Sorry, I prefer a lock 30 than an inconsistent 60 to 30.
Oh yeah, that shit horrible.
I think who prefers an inconsistent frame rate? Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
I don't think anybody
to be
does.
fair though, there are instances where it's fine, but the most people don't like I'll be like VRR kind of settles that somewhat, but not everybody has a TV or monitor with fucking VRR. So until
funny-
that's
it's
like a
funny you say that,
mainstream
though.
thing, like,
Yeah. It's funny you say that because it's getting harder for games now because of the increase in graphical power. Like it's getting hard for a game to work with VRR and be good. Like
yeah.
again, to go back to the Digital Foundry podcast they just had this Monday, they mentioned about Jedi Survivor that with VRR, even in performance mode, it still suffers. Right?
Yeah, because that shit drops below like the certain threshold. Like there's a certain threshold game like you have to stay within before like that shit just stops working.
Yeah. So I think we're reaching these games now where they're starting to look actually like next gen, and so you're gonna have to be held to a 30 frames frame rate. Like look at God of War on PS4 kind of thing. You know what I mean? Yeah,
it's annoying as fuck because like that's another reason why when I look at games like this, like open world games in general, like I'm like I don't really expect shit to run properly, mainly because open world games are way more CPU reliant and console CPUs are for some reason always the bottleneck and with shit. Like so I expect that shit. And then it's like the cool thing about it is right when you announce something like that months prior to the game releasing, it's gonna be like you're gonna have the uproar like the first couple of weeks, but then people are just gonna forget, and then oh look, the game is out, and then people are gonna be like, oh cool, the game looks cool, whatever, and then it gives people time. Like if you were gonna play it, you were gonna play it anyway, right? But if it being 30 FPS was a problem for you, you have time to be like, okay, I'm probably not gonna buy this game then. Not like you know, learning about it, the game comes out tomorrow, you pre-order it, oh shit, let me buy it now so I have it when it drops. Oh wait, it runs like ass, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll take that. And Bethesda has been kind of over the past few years, they've been kind of like weird when it comes to shit like that. So it's cool to see that they're doing this with like their big game, because they were doing that shit. They were like, we're not sending out review copies for shit, or we're not sending out you know, copies to like Digital Foundry and shit like that until like the day of or whatever. Like they were fucking guilty of doing that. So it's cool to see that they're not doing that.
They have very shady behavior, especially regarding like the Fallout 76, because I remember there were like a couple of issues a couple of years back or whatever. But I'm not gonna get into all that. But
yeah, that game is just yikes.
Yeah, so for me, just so you guys know, I never really, well, I didn't say I never played a Bethesda game, but like I've never really dived into any of them, like Skyrim, none of those, because like they never really interested me. But like sci-fi, when I first heard about this, I was kind of excited about it because I love sci-fi. Sci-fi is kind of like my my forte. So and then when I saw the gameplay, it was like it wasn't quite the environments I was imagining. It wasn't quite, the frame rate was all over the place, right? Look, now watching this trailer right now, it's kind of like I went from well, I guess, you know, it's ruined, you know, to like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait and see, but like I kind of want to play it, right? I'm not gonna be that first guinea pig, but I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna play the game.
Yeah. And the games have like that. My fault. But Bethesda games have like that thing. Like you can tell a Bethesda game when you see one, right? You can tell a Bethesda game when you play one. So it's one of those things where this game is probably going to end up. Well, I mean, I guess they're making it more like mainstream because you know you see the shooter mechanics look more like, you know, it looks like a more fast paced. They focus more on the combat in the game or whatever, which is never really like, you know, a strong suit in their games. So they're focusing on shit like that. But I still feel like it's gonna have that Bethesda game feel, and if that's not your type of game, I have a strange feeling this, like, I don't know, like
right. And I always got the feeling like I wouldn't like these games to begin with, so like I didn't want to like, you know, jump into it. But like here I'm like, you know what, maybe, you know, I'm still uneasy, but yeah, I mean, at least this is way better. They should have never showed the gameplay like a year ago. They should have never done that.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like I don't think so, because you gotta think about it. The majority of people don't look at the things that like we look at. Like the majority of
Yeah.
motherfuckers ain't watching digital founding videos for performance shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I know a lot of people that came out of that shit were like, holy shit, you see Starfield? That shit looks dope. And I was like, yeah, it looks cool, but I'm gonna wait until they show it looking better. But the majority of people don't care. You know what I mean? Like most people, they could have released a trailer this past week. It could have looked like shit, and those motherfuckers would have still been hyped. Like, to be honest, I might have still been hyped too, because the game, like everything else outside of performance, like performance aside, right? Graphics aside, the game looks fine. Like I love Fallout. Fallout is my shit. Like I love Skyrim and Oblivion and all that shit too. But Fallout has always been like that's my shit from them. And it's Fallout in space. Fallout with shit like that. I was like, yes, I'm buying the fuck out of this shit. Like,
yeah,
no. I feel you. But like, you know, like Bethesda's games kind of have like that mugginess, like that, like it's all depressing.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, right. That's their thing. And like for me, when I come to sci-fi, not that I don't want elements of that in the story or whatever, but like, you know, I don't know. Maybe I just have like a different idea of like and then when it ended up like it looked very similar to like Outer Wilds. And while I liked Outer Wilds, it was kind of like, this wasn't quite, you know, wasn't quite my cup of tea.
Outer Worlds?
Even though it was, Outer Worlds. Which one? Obsidian is Outer Worlds or Outer Wilds?
Have you played that? Outer Worlds?
Yeah, I played it. Yeah. But like, I got like 15 hours in it, then I was like,
okay,
it wasn't quite my, it wasn't quite my cup of tea. But I did try it. But and it's still a good game.
It was on
just
Game
wasn't
Pass,
for
right?
me. Yeah, it was on Game Pass. That's how I tried it. So you know, with this one, I'm like, after watching this trailer, all I can say is hopefully everything goes well. Try it.
Wait, is that gonna be on Game Pass? Do we know?
This is on Game Pass.
That's wild.
When they initially announced it. Yeah, it's on
that's
Game Pass.
gone. Like, yeah, so shit. No reason not to try it.
Yeah. There's no reason to not try it. I mean, I would highly suggest if you haven't played a Bethesda game, I would look at either Skyrim or
Play Fallout New Vegas.
Fallout 4. Fallout New Vegas.
Play Fallout New Vegas.
Fallout, yeah, okay, I guess.
Like,
But
I'm telling you, like.
I know. I was just thinking more of the more recent ones because that was a 360 version of PS4, right? No, I know it's good.
Better than fucking.
Look,
it still
I
runs
know
better than
Skyrim.
Fallout 4.
Yeah. My roommate plays Skyrim, so I know what Skyrim looks like, and like that's not for me because it's just too medieval and like I'm just not into it. But
when you first roll a motherfucker off the mountaintop, then
yes,
you know it's for you.
Yeah, but Fallout's not a fantasy guy, which is why they have Fallout.
That's true.
And which is why they have.
Yeah, and Fallout's
and now
really
they
good
have
if you
Starfield,
just
like-
like the post-apocalyptic thing, right? Like that's. It's just one of those.
I'm not gonna lie,
environments that,
Fallout scratches a different itch to me than
Absolutely.
Skyrim did. Like, especially with like the VAT system, like you get the slow mo and all the stupidity. Like,
yes.
Fallout is a lot less serious than Skyrim too.
Well,
at times. Like,
about the VAT system though, like the VAT system just kind of like harkens back to the old Fallout games, right? Like it's kind of like the way that they incorporated the RPG element, and it's not quite turn-based, but it feels a little bit turn-based when you use VATs, and it makes it really cool, right? Like it's kind of feels like a tech RPG, but it also feels like a turn-based RPG because when you activate VATs, it's kind of like XCOM too, right? Like where it's just like, here's your percentage of hitting certain body parts and you're gonna shoot it, and then it's just fucking cool. It just works.
Yeah,
and
use
it's
VATs
fun.
with the Big Daddy and just watch the fucking nuke
my
fly in
God,
slow
dude.
motion.
That was one of the best things about Fallout.
Yeah,
I love Bethesda games. There are certain things that I don't like about them that make them not my cup of tea, but Skyrim was my jam. They just had some shitty practices with Skyrim on PS3, which was why I had like a bad taste in my mouth for a while. But you know, ultimately, this showcase did much better for them than the initial showing of the game, and I am very excited to play it.
Yeah, I treat Bethesda games like I treat FromSoft games, right? Like you already know the bullshit. You already know what to expect from a Souls game. You already know it's gonna be jank. You already know there's gonna be bugs. You already know it's gonna be fucking. I don't want to say unpolished, right? Because they do what they can.
Say unpolished.
Like, yeah, but for an open world game as big as some of these games are, you kind of do what you can. Like, you can't everything can't be perfect in an open world game. So, but like when you buy those games, when you look at those games, you know to expect jank. So it's like if you're okay with that, then try it. If not, then but that's the game.
To me personally, the jank is part of the charm.
Absolutely, yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least with Bethesda, the way Bethesda,
I
because
agree.
their jank is not game breaking. You hate the game jank. It's kind of like it's endearing. It's kind of like some shit is.
Sometimes
Yes,
it is.
sometimes. But most
Fallout New
of the
Vegas
times
falling through the floor and not being able to fucking load my save.
True.
I'll never forget that.
Sometimes
shit.
it's
I
just
mean,
meme worthy, you know.
I mean, if I get a corrupted save, bro, I ain't fucking.
Oh yeah, it's a wrap.
replaying this shit.
That's why it's a Bethesda. It's like a rule. After Fallout New Vegas, it's like a rule. You gotta make. You have to just keep
make
making
two
new
saves.
saves. You can't. Yeah, gotta make like 8. Shit.
I'd make 2, 3, and rotate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, at the end of the day, it's on Game Pass, so like,
Yeah,
like,
that's fire. I didn't think it would
what's
be.
it matter? Yeah, that's crazy.
I think,
so,
and that's a really good point because despite it being on Game Pass and being a game that you can play for free, once they listed it on the Steam store, it became the best-selling game on Steam.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it. Like, I'm probably just gonna buy it.
That's
Like,
insane.
the main reason
to
I'm
me.
gonna buy it is because Game Pass games are kind of shit with mods, and you know, like this game is gonna have fucking ridiculous
yes, that is
amounts
true.
of mods. So
That is true. Yeah, man. That's Starfield.
any closing thoughts? So we should move on.
game looks good. I'm definitely gonna buy it, but hopefully it turns out good because this is a huge thing for them, right? Like they've been talking about this game for fucking. It seems like a decade they've been fucking talking about this goddamn game.
It's a huge change of pace for them too, because this is not their usual. They just rotated between Elder Scrolls and Fallout, and now this is like a whole new.
Yeah,
thing
they've usually had like their B teams, like they've had like Obsidian and other people work on like the other types of games, but they've never gone away from Skyrim and Fallout. So yeah,
and it looks like they're taking it extremely serious in what they're doing, and of course, they're selling their shit, so it's like, is it gonna be as good as they say? Hopefully, there's reports saying that this may be the least buggiest game on launch for Bethesda.
the least buggiest game is gonna have 1 million bugs. So
yeah, let's see.
That's not saying a lot when their previous games have a ton of them.
Man, period.
Let's see. I'm always the one to be cautiously optimistic. I'm going to play it because it's on the Game Pass. Would I pre-order it? I think I would buy. I think I'd buy it day one based on what people say about it. I guess word of mouth. But since it's free, I'm 100% in there. So
well, the quicker it comes out and people stop talking about it, the faster I can get my damn Elder Scrolls. So whatever.
yeah, true that.
Hopefully it comes out and it goes whatever.
Okay, so next, I think we're gonna talk about AI voices and the whole industry between AI voice actors. Fall, I know this is a passionate topic for you, so I'm gonna let you take the lead on introducing it.
So, all right. So, for those of you who may not know or live in a cave or somewhere, so this whole AI craze has happened, right? Basically, where people you're at the point with technology now where AI can take someone's voice and make like an AI voice and sound pretty accurate. Like it may not be like 100% accurate, but it's like, you put a little music in the background, or you like 100% accurate, but it's like.
You mean like that?
Damn.
Yeah. Sorry, you just freaked me out, dude. But yes, in any case, I was freaking out. But yes, something like that where someone could reproduce, say words and stuff like that. And there's a lot of dangers to it. While it's cool to make like fun little videos or whatever for funsies, Arnold saying stuff like, he'd never say in a million years, or Obama, or all these, president videos. There's actually like a huge legal issue where it's not just like, this doesn't just apply to like actors and just voiceover people. Like this applies to if you're making media on the internet, if you're making any kind of content on TV, video, phone, short form, long form, whatever you call it, this is something you should definitely pay attention to, because all these companies, what they're gonna do is they're gonna hire you to do a job, right? And they're gonna say like, here to train the AI, and they'll probably pay you, say like, I don't know, $2,000, let's just say, and you don't have a lot of money. Then they'll pay you, you'll do it, you'll do your lines, right? You're like, I got a good paycheck. And then when you try to look for future jobs, they don't need you anymore. Because when you signed a contract to get that $2,000, in the wording, it'll say, oh, they'll own the AI version of your voice in perpetuity and they don't have to pay you. You have no control. Like, so it's really like, the voiceover community is kind of like an affront for this because, you know, obviously like they should, you know, you should be compensated whenever whenever someone's using your voice or anything like that. And if you don't make a stand now, then all these companies are just going to run rampant with all these contracts and you're going to sign a bunch of stuff and not know what you're going to sign. So, but basically this applies to everyone. So right now, this like a whole thing being handled right now. And we don't quite know how it's going to play out. And I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of hesitant to take in new work as like an artist at the moment, because it's like, especially if you're a non-union actor or anything like that, it's like when you're signing a contract, like you're not paying attention to the contract 1,000%, right? Like I'm like, oh, I need to pay rent, I need money, right? So I gotta do this gig, right? So like for me, it's just a job and I gotta get it done. But now you have to pay very close attention to the wording, and if you don't have a lawyer on your side or anything like that, like who knows what these companies or even other clients and other people could take advantage of you, you know? So
to be fair, we live in an era where stuff like that is always going to be your responsibility anyway, right? Like that's why they always tell you should always fucking read the fine print, go over your contract, go over your contract 2 times and then the third time with somebody else or with a lawyer, like. So
but now it's an absolute requirement, right? But it's not always like a feasible resolution, right? Because who the fuck, I don't know if you guys know this, but lawyers are super fucking expensive.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So it's not like you could just be like, oh yeah, I got this thing that pays $200. Let me pay my lawyer $10,000 for this $200 job, right? Like it's just like not. So there's a couple of good links out there with this video that like whenever you're dealing with your own contract. So if you're your entrepreneur or anything like that, they have like a basic contract, but basically it's like you're controlling. If you sign something with them, you know, if they are going to use your voice, you know how you're going to be compensated, how long the buyout's going to be, when you re-up to renegotiate your contract. So those are the important things. I don't want to get into the mumble jumble of it, but this applies to every single creator on Twitch. Anyone who's coming at you with sponsorships or anything like that, they might have a little line in there for that sponsorship that you took in. That's like, hey, we own everything that you do voice-wise for this little small advertisement video. Like if you're selling a commercial for Pringles or something like that, Pringles might have in their contract that you sign, hidden within the little lawyer jargonism, right? That they own your voice and they can use it to train AI for your future voices. And this has something to do with the deep fakes, like all of it combined. It's a very scary position for the normal person from a legal standpoint. So yeah, man, it's here. So basically,
to be honest with you, like I'm more scared about like shit on the smaller scale. Like that is true, don't get me wrong, but I'm more scared of shit like we all stream, right? Let's say one day we have somebody in the chat that we don't really interact well with, right? You know, you get into a little whatever, and they decide like they have the means to like do some shit, create some AI fucking shit of you saying some wild shit. And it's getting to the point, like earlier on, like we could say, oh yeah, you can tell the difference. That's not a real person. That doesn't sound like me or whatever. It's getting to the point where you can't even tell the difference anymore. It's indistinguishable from like real people, from the actual person that they're fucking taking shit from. So I'm like, bro, if somebody want to fuck with you and like fuck up your whole fucking life with that shit, they can do it. That's the scary shit to me. Like I'm thinking about like motherfuckers that, oh, I don't like you. All right, let me clip your voice. Let me run that shit through the fucking AI shit. And just fuck your whole shit up. Like that is scary as fuck.
Well,
so
yeah.
Absolutely.
And then from
there's not gonna be any regulation for that.
Yeah.
Like, cause that's too small scale for like that shit's wild.
And then how you expect the quarter, and then also like our laws are not caught up with this shit.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
So
Hell
like,
yeah. This is new.
So say this pair, someone frames you, right? Someone frames you and puts like a deep fake or some shit, and it's super accurate of you saying some or doing some
like, what the fuck
bogus
I'ma
shit,
do?
right?
Like,
you're just gonna go to jail, bro, because they're gonna be like, well, what's the evidence that you've done that?
What
Say
the
like
fuck?
it's like, well, here's evidence. How can you dispute the faulty evidence? You know, like,
Yeah.
like that
it's
shit's fucking insane.
It's really really scary.
I'm giving
guys.
the
like,
haters fucking. Never
Well,
mind. Anyway, giving niggas
no,
ideas.
no.
Giving them the idea.
No,
I mean,
but you know, look, if it's not gonna happen now, it's definitely gonna happen
Yeah,
within
of
the
course.
next year.
Like
or
I'm
two,
waiting for that
sure.
story to happen where that happened for somebody. Like I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna happen, and there's a lot of scares with like AI and stuff like that. So like for people who are genuinely scared, either from a legal standpoint or from like a I got haters standpoint and cancel culture standpoint, like I understand, dude. Like like it's super like scary, man. It's scary, especially when all you want to do is just do your work and do good, and then you could take one person who doesn't like you for whatever reason and ruin your whole life when you have even zero interaction with said person. So
And-
it's a very scary time.
Also think about it like this, like, you know, you just think about people who hate you, maybe like other people who want to get over on you, like a husband and wife and a divorce thing, you know.
Oh my god, bro.
And like,
Yeah, that shit is fucking.
like that shit can get extremely scary real quick. And I was thinking about all that when Despair just said that shit. I was like, yeah.
You gotta be super fucking careful. You gotta be squeaky fucking clean so that there's no like, you know, fucking. There's no reason to maybe think that you would do some dumb shit like that. But I don't know, man. Like people out here, people are already finding ways to like frame niggas, make people fucking try to cancel people. They're already doing that shit without the AI. So the AI just gonna make it easier. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
There's just super scary aspects to it, and then the whole point of this, the whole like video that brought this up, the whole thing that Fala shared, that they're just talking about the legislation, like the laws. They're just not caught up to it at all. They're so far behind because there's so many steps in the lawmaking process that so many companies are just taking absolute advantage of because
To be fair,
they're
it was
adding
brought
so
up
much
about
language.
it was brought up about 4 or 5 years ago, and they ignored it. So I mean,
Yeah, and the thing is, I mean, this could go into a super deep rabbit hole of how we have too many old people in our government that don't know what's happening in modern tech and legislation, and so they just ignore it. And this is one of those things that I think that just goes absolutely ignored because it's part of an industry. And the scariest thing about it is, or not the scariest thing I should say about it, but like something about it that I saw that I didn't really consider was taking a contract. You take a contract, they offer you 10K. They're like, hey man, 10K, nice payday. We now own your voice. You never have to do anything else, but we like with Honda, like one of the examples that was brought up in the video is like Honda signs you. You record a few things with Honda, they pay you 10K. They now own your voice to use in their like GPS systems, whatever, for example. Which is something I didn't think of because it's not just AI voice that could be used for things. It's like just something simple as like a car GPS. And they're using your voice for that. And because of that and because of the contract they have, they paid you your 10K. They never have to hire you again because they own your voice.
Well,
and because you're tied to them, you now cannot get another job with Toyota or any other car. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's like, I don't know. Like that's existed forever. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that's existed for a while. It's not new to AI, so I'm sure that
it's not new to AI, but
like,
AI is
because
pushing
people always
another
have had
boundary.
this issue where you sign your likeness away, and then people end up regretting it. Like this happens.
The issue with that Despair though is that, like, for example, like big celebrities, right? They're actually naturally protected by shit like this because there are people like, I don't know, there's some sort of celebrity law clause basically where it's like if people try to do this thing or try to like, oh, here Arnold, like trying to sound like Arnold in the GPS and they didn't pay him, like there's certain protections. So basically what needs to happen now is like technically everyone needs to be a celebrity because it's like, you know, it is.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called. Like you have to pay for that.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called. But the thing is, right? We were just talking. Well, we didn't talk about it yet, right? But we're gonna talk about like Twitch stuff in a bit, but it's like that was a problem a while ago where you sign to like Twitch or whatever, or you sign to like someone else and they own like it wasn't Twitch, it was somebody, it was another fucking, it was something that happened like years ago where you would see like people's pictures posted on like ads for other shit, and
Oh yeah.
like they would be like, oh well, you didn't read the contract, you're like, we own your likeness, so we can use your picture, we can use your voice, we can use your stuff in our ads because in the contract it said that we own your likeness, not just for that one opportunity we gave you, but for like Fala said, in perpetuity, like we own your shit. So it's like that stuff like that is like, it sucks to say, like it is a problem, but that's really gonna boil down to people being responsible, which we know people are not most of the time.
Yes.
Like,
but there's also certain protections where people are signing. Like there's you can't blame someone for being a dumbass when it's like.
Oh, you can definitely blame somebody for being a dumbass, but you can't blame them for fucking.
But there is a thing where it's like, bro, there's no fucking way you should be able to own someone's whatever for forever. Like that shit is stupid. Like
I mean,
you know.
It's been
so
like
long story short, guys, because this gets very mumble jumbly and whatever.
Yeah.
3 things. A, we're gonna Terminator.
B, definitely, we're fucked.
In contracts, look for in perpetuity. You see
Read
any language like that? You see any language like that? Fucking call a friend, a lawyer, blah blah blah. Talk with them. Like, listen, I ain't signing any shit that's in perpetuity. There
Number
needs to be a
3,
set.
we're talking about AI, and you've got to follow from terrorist organization. I don't know how I feel about that. That's kind of scary. Don't know how I feel about that, but anyway, sorry.
It's a terrorist _ organization. I see you.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, but like, look. As far as I mean, it could be a Sarah Connor somewhere just rolling in her.
You know what?
Heard us talking about AI and it's in here.
Yeah, I know.
But, I mean, that's possible.
I'm so used to trolling on Twitch when I see someone named terrorist organization. I'm just like, thank you for the follow.
Yeah, thanks for the follow, man. But like,
oh no,
that's a little sus.
Oh, no.
But anyway, like, ultimately, right? Like, read your contracts, bro. Like, read them, and even if you read them and you're not entirely sure, the whole point of this video is showing you that there's resources out there. There's like, if you have an agent, if you're unionized or anything like that, or even if you're not, you can contact these people out there that will review it for you or give you a waiver or something that you could include in your contract that includes the language, because the legislation is just not up to snuff. They're not up to date, and it's going to take them a while. They will likely never be caught up because of how fast the advancement of AI is. And they don't understand that because we have a bunch of old people in the fucking government that don't understand what we're talking about when we talk about this topic. But that's another topic, neither here nor there.
Right, and one last thing, just so you guys know, like, obviously I want to make it very clear, like, I know this is actor specific, but it doesn't just apply to actors.
Oh, that should apply to everything.
This applies to everyone.
Most contracts, like stuff like in perpetuity or whatever, applies to every contract because every company uses the same template, you know, for all that shit. And while the company may not intend, like, maybe the boss or whatever, you would like, hey, sign the contract or whatever, they may not even be fucking aware that, like, oh shit, I actually own your voice now. Like, you know, or I might own your work.
Yeah, they might not even know it until you take them to court or some shit and fucking you can't do nothing about it. Like,
yeah, they just include it in the language of the contract, but they might not necessarily know like what it is, you know.
Yeah. So be very, very careful, guys, for all you future creators out there, for all you future, who knows, right? Whatever. I mean, that's what I'm saying. This could apply to everything. This could apply to everything, and that's why I thought it was pretty interesting to bring up. And I know it's not something like our forte where it's like video games, but like, listen, we're cultured.
It could definitely apply to the same shit. Like, it just affects every industry, literally. Like, it's wild.
Yeah. So that's all my thoughts on it. If you want resources, this guy, I think is, I forget the booth something.
It's like you contact 1-800.
You gotta start putting
your dreams.
1-800 Big Beef. Oh shit, sorry.
But basically, there's resources out there to help you. Like, if you make
start
contracts
plugging
with
links in the
future
description.
people.
No, I'll put the
Yeah,
links
yeah,
in the
yeah.
description for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's Nava is one of the major things that they plug to as well. So I'll
Yeah,
definitely be
yeah.
posting all of it as well. Yeah, big shout outs to
Yeah.
them. They were novavoices.org. So I'll post it all in the description as well.
And then right, and then the channel, if you want to read the whole podcast in detail, it's the Boot Junkie. I listen to him in
Boot
terms
Junkie.
of like what mics are good. He does good audio reviews. So if you're looking forward to if you're looking for a mic and you're trying to start your own podcast and you're looking at what sounds good, he's probably a good person to view his content. He reviews every single mic and tests them, and you can judge for yourself.
Yeah, some motherfuckers
shout
need
outs
that
to
shit.
him. Yeah,
True that.
some people definitely do.
Through that, boy. All right. So we gotta move on to the next and probably last topic for tonight. Twitch.
Oh, great. This had to be the last topic. Great. Beautiful.
Twitch, boy. Twitch.
Speaking of
Twitch.
terrorist organizations.
I mean, well, look. Twitch kind of took a baby. Look, Twitch has been taking a lot of steps backwards, right? They've been taking leaps and bounds
Leaps.
backwards, right? Like
Motherfuckers are
let's
time
be
traveling.
real. Yeah, they're fucking time traveling and fucking their whole shit up.
Jeez.
They did
Yo.
a slight step forward, and the reason why I say a slight step forward today is because they did something that was kind of good, but it comes with the caveat that they're gatekeeping the shit out of themselves too. So I'll explain. So Twitch announced that they're doing a Partner Plus program. So Partner Plus, what is that? That means that if you qualify for their Partner Plus program, that means you're likely already a Twitch partner, right? And you now have to meet the qualifications. What the qualifications are, you must have 350 subs to qualify. 350 subs, but these cannot be gifted subs and these cannot be Prime subs. And you must also be you must be a Twitch partner. And here's the thing, you get a 70-30 split, right? But in that 70-30 split, you hit the 100K limit. This is why I said this is a fucking baby step forward. Because they're like, hey guys, yeah, you get this 70-30 split. Here's the gatekeeping
Only
aspect
up to a
of
certain
it.
amount, right?
Yeah. Oh, but
Yeah, that's wild.
only up to a certain amount. That's what's crazy. It should
That's
not be
wild. What the
it should
fuck?
not be up to a certain amount. It should be like, hey, you meet these qualifications, this is your split for the year,
wild.
but you have to renew every year. Right? Like I think that would be like that's fair. Right? Like
So
you
basically
qualify every year.
1% of Twitch, right? Again, so it's really.
I mean, to be fair,
This is
less
the
than
top
1%
1%.
of Twitch is partnered anyway.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah, true.
To be
It's-
honest, it's not like that limit. That shit's dumb. But overall, that's not really that bad. Like I saw people complaining about how 350 subs. 300. You'd be surprised if you're at a stage where you're partnered. 350 subs is not a lot. Like.
No.
Especially in the grand scheme of things, you have people with literally like 20K subs and all this other shit. Like 350 is not a lot. Like, but when they said that it doesn't include Prime and gifted subs.
Yes.
That's huge.
That's
You know
my
what's funny
thing.
about that? That's why I told y'all. I really do feel like they're gonna phase out Prime subs. Like,
Well,
I have a feeling they're gonna end up phasing that out.
here's another thing too, though. There's people that have been tweeting about this, and they're just like, "Hey, man, I have over 1,000 subs, but like
You're making a
out of
fraction
those,
because
out of those
yeah.
1,000 subs, I still don't meet qualifications because out of those 1,000 subs, the constant subs that I have that are not Prime or gifted, that's lower than the 350 mark. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you got 1,000 subs,
Sometimes people have loyal subs that will give
Whales. Loyal.
no, you're right.
hundreds of
Nah,
subs
whales
a
are gonna
month.
pay.
You know?
But you're right. But that's why it's exclusive, right? Like it's the partner. Plus, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, there's a lot of shit about like the Twitch partner program that's already off to me. Like,
Yeah.
especially when you compare it to shit like YouTube shit, right? And like other platforms and stuff. So whatever they do to make it more, I guess, I don't want to say lucrative, but to make it more, I guess, appealing, like just I guess it's in the right direction, but I don't know, man. Like I think people overestimate Twitch partnerships. You know what I mean? Like you got to, cause think about it, right? Twitch partner is what 75 concurrent, right? 75 concurrent views or something like that.
Realistically, it's probably 150. Let's be real.
Yeah, but I know people that have gotten
they
partnered.
They want to
like,
see
I know
more
that
than
just got
75
partnered.
though.
I know someone that just got partnered and they average like 60 to 80 views. So it is like it's a case by case thing.
But I think
it's whether or not
75, you can negotiate partnerships.
I think it's whether or not you have sucked the dick of a Twitch rep that can approve.
Who's dick? Let me know so I can suck it.
I mean, just go to TwitchCon, my guy.
Maybe it was that dude that harassed Harris Heller in his stream. Who knows?
True. That fucking weirdo. Oh shit. Well, now I can't get partnered. I'll call him a weirdo on stream. Damn, he's probably in here right now.
Damn, fucked.
Rip.
He's gonna come in here. We can't ban him. We might have to just end the stream.
Damn. But yeah, like I don't know. I feel like the whole partner people overblow partner. People overblow like affiliate status and shit like that. Like just keep grinding. Like, cause you know, like in my opinion, when you look at stuff like that, I don't know. Like, I'm just gonna go off into a tangent about other things, but I don't
this could be a forever topic.
Yeah, I don't think partner is that big of a deal. It's a milestone, right? Of course, but I don't know.
I mean,
Twitch don't owe you. Twitch don't owe us shit, right? Like. But I do find it ironic.
No, apparently we owe Twitch $25.
Yeah, right? We owe Twitch, yeah. Like,
well, that's the next topic of discussion, actually, where we're talking about how people have been reportedly getting lower payouts this
what's up with that? I didn't hear about that. What's going on?
So I posted a tweet, and it was a partnered streamer. I think he's a partner streamer. I would have to look into it. But whether it's partnered or affiliate, because man, Twitch streamers sometimes, like this just makes me go on a tangent. Twitch streamers are sometimes idiots where they're just partnered and they don't know who affiliates are. But so because of partnered, he tweeted out a video. And he's just like, hey guys, just saying, my payout was like off this month. What's going on compared to my numbers? Something's not adding up. So you have, like, full disclosure, like, you have all access to that. Like, you can look at your revenue and see what's going on for the month, and you can kind of see what your payout's going to be. So I think the issue with that is, so far, and this is all hearsay, this is all alleged because it's based on what individual anecdotal experiences are posting, that they're saying that my payout is lower as well. I looked into my revenue. I started the month with a negative revenue. So minus $90, minus $100. So it's like, you're not paying Twitch that money. I mean, well, you are, but you're not paying them like if that was your revenue total at the end of the month. They're not going to be like, hey man, you owe us $100. It's more so where you're starting in the red because
what kind of weird shit is that?
Something has happened. And I think that the I guess the suspicion is, or what people think it is, are people that have charged back gift subs or gift subs that didn't go through in payment or whatever. And so Twitch is now saying, hey, we paid you out for those gift subs, but guess what? They got charged back, so you're starting in a negative stream revenue for the month.
Dumbest shit, bro. What the fuck?
As far as I know, this is all we don't know. This is literally developing as of today.
If it's true, that's gonna be a fucking huge deal. What the fuck?
A huge PR.
Oh, more people talking about that? Oh, Brad,
I honestly don't know.
Man, they just, how many nails they got in their coffin at this point?
Like 10, like 10.
Like,
you know what's
bruh?
Really funny about it? In the thread of people talking about their revenue and their split and everything like that, Kick was in the replies and they were just like, hey guys, 95.5. 95.5 is our revenue split, like they were kind of going and they're kind of doing what they're trying to do, bro. Like, you know, I don't dislike Kick. There's certain aspects of it that I don't like, but
oh no, I'm loving that. I'm loving their fucking tactics, bro. Like I'm loving that shit.
So this is
You could call it underhanded, but that shit's dope.
I pulled it. Yeah, no, that's what more streaming.
That's what YouTube should be. Well, YouTube too big to be caring about that shit.
Yeah,
but
like YouTube did their own thing. You know, they announced something new as well. Then they reduced their restrictions for partnership. So like, but
which
the thing
they
is,
didn't have to do. So at least we know that they're actually paying attention to what's going on. Like you can tell YouTube isn't just sitting on the sideline, just completely blind to everything. That's what that did for me.
Like, I mean, finally, bro, because they needed to do something fucking 2 years ago.
Yeah, but you gotta think about it. YouTube don't really need to do shit, right? Like Twitch ain't competing with YouTube regardless anyway. You know what I'm saying? But like them doing it though, like that's good.
Yeah,
but
we just need more of it. We need more of what.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm gonna post it. This is the tweet right here, right? I'm gonna like put it through so you guys can hear it as well.
I'm gonna be 100 with you. I think Twitch partnership should be like 120 or something.
And this is a video I never thought I would have to make. Twitch, what is going on, man?
This guy look like a pineapple. All right, let me stop.
That's besides the point.
It is the lowest Twitch payout I have ever received in my entire career as a streamer. And the numbers are not lining up. I see a lot of other creators on Twitter talking about their payouts. I see a lot of other partners talking about their payouts. And I'm just curious, what is going on? I can't keep defending a platform where I'm uneducated, I'm in the dark about stuff. I have spoken great things about Twitch since being on Twitch. Even in my New York Times article, I spoke highly of Twitch. And now, you know, you guys are messing with my food. You guys are messing with the roof over my head. You guys are messing with the hard work that creators put into this platform. I need answers. What is going on, Twitch? Let us know. And this is a video
So that was the video, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna scroll through some of the replies here. Aside from the one, so this is the one that I was interested in, right? Like this one right here, which says I had to take a little break from stream and went back to check my revenue at the beginning of the month. It was negative. I've been streaming for like a year and a half, and I've never had this happen, or at least never noticed it. Pay attention, guys. Sad times. So it's negative $91. They got 6 subs. Why is it negative $91? I don't know. That doesn't really make sense, right?
At all.
So, and then someone the same person tweeted, I believe someone did a chargeback with gifted subs. I don't know why they didn't take it out before they paid me.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Like that should come out before you even get paid.
Exactly.
Like, and if it does, and if it's for the previous month, then it should just subtract from whatever. That's yo. I swear, dude. If that shit's true, that's OD. Like,
you know what this feels like? It feels like Twitch fired their whoever accounting person because they wanted to be cheap, and then now this shit.
I don't know, bro. I've been thinking about it. Feels like Amazon is just like someone in Twitch is like sabotaging that shit, so Amazon don't gotta pay for that shit no more. Like, because the shit don't make money apparently. Like,
shit definitely ain't making sense.
So it's like Amazon just sabotaging that motherfucker, so they could just be like, all right, motherfuckers, we closing Twitch down. We don't want to pay for that motherfucker no more. Like, the hell?
Yeah.
Like, what is happening, bro? I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say, and so that's proven, because that's crazy.
Yeah. You know, I'm actually curious, like, how is Kick? Well, I guess Kick makes money because of all the gambling. I was gonna be like, well, like if Twitch isn't making money, how is, like, say worst case scenario, right? Twitch closes, and all these guys are gonna go to Kick, but how is Kick gonna make?
If Twitch closes, if Twitch shuts down, I'm pretty sure most people are gonna go to YouTube just because of the fact that Kick is so like that cloud above their head because of the gambling and like all the crazy shit that goes on there, the racist shit, all that crazy stuff.
Funny
I don't
enough, there was a clip that I saw where Dream, we all know who Dream is, the fucking
Crimson Chin?
Yeah, the Minecraft dude who did a face
yeah.
reveal, and now he tried to take it back. He tried
it
to
back? What the hell is that?
he tried to load a new save file.
That's so weird.
So there's a clip going around now where he was on a podcast and they said, hey, bench, start, cut these 3 streamers: Aiden Ross, XQC, Kai Cenat. And he said he's cutting Aiden Ross, and when they asked why, he said he didn't want to get into it, and they're like, come on, get into it, let's go, bro.
Wow.
And he said Aiden Ross is probably the reason that Kick is not kicking Twitch's ass right now.
Yeah,
which is kind of true.
Days ago. Yeah,
it's kind of true. I mean, I don't
I'm not
really.
hate on dude, but
yeah,
people like that, you don't want to be at the head of your platform. Like, he is the face of Kick. Him and Trainwrecks are the face of Kick right now. That's two controversial ass motherfuckers. Trainwrecks not so much, but come on, man. They got motherfucking. They literally got goons like.
Trainwreck for every good take Trainwreck has, he has 2 bad takes, but he still has some decent takes out there. You know what I mean? Like, you could tell he's misguided, but he has a moral compass, you know?
And someone just literally just being there for just being explosive, just for shock, doing everything for shock value. Like, that's different. Like, Trainwrecks has his own opinions, he voices his own opinions and shit. Aiden Ross literally just fucking does shit just to be stupid. Like, let's be real.
Nah, I agree. Man, it's
you do not want something like that at the head of your platform, bro.
Like I feel like Twitch really wanted this step that they took today to be something good, and it's just like it's just more bullshit, right? Like, it's just more. God, other platforms really need to just take advantage of this shit. They need to be on Twitch's ass because they're not doing well right now. They do not have good people at the lead, and every decision they're making is a bad one. Even when it sounds good, when you read into it, it ain't. It's bad. It's terrible. So
there's always like a caveat. There's always something. Like, it's like they can't just do something good. There always has to be like something going on. Like, I don't know, man.
We miss you.
Yeah. It's something that we need to watch out. And this stream, I need to multi-stream more often because fuck Twitch.
You know why it really sucks? Like, y'all know I've been out of commission for like years now, right? And every time I'm like, bro, okay, I'm coming back, right? I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm like, where am I going to go? Because it's like, I don't want to start some shit. Obviously, it's better to just do it in multiple places at the same time, right? Obviously. But it's like, one of them is going to be one that I have to invest in the most, right? So it's like, do I want to start on Kick? You know what I'm saying? It looks great, right? From the outside, it looks great, right? Do I want to start on Twitch? That's like, looks like it's going downhill as we fucking speak. Like, and then the best option is YouTube, right? But it's like YouTube requires the most. YouTube seems like it requires the most work, the most commitment, which I feel like makes sense, right? But where the fuck? I mean, I guess it's not a bad thing, right? That there's like people are looking at different platforms now. I guess maybe it's a good thing in the long run that Twitch is fucking up, right? Because now there's eyes on different options, right?
Yeah.
So maybe it's not a bad thing.
Well, I can put it like this. Like, you know, we all know I'm a sports junkie, but like with NBA Live basketball, and now it's happening with 2K. NBA, like EA Sports was getting away with this bland ass NBA basketball game for years.
Until 2K came out, right?
Until 2K came out.
Now
2K is doing the same thing, and now we're praying for NBA Live to come back out, and it's like, it's fucking ridiculous. You know, we need more than just one.
Yeah, you need
keep others on their toes.
But it just sucks when the competition, everything has a negative, except YouTube, I guess, right? Like Twitch has its negatives, Kick has its negatives. So it's like, I don't know.
Well, YouTube is just like
YouTube is just in the middle, just chilling. Like
it's just bread, bro. Like it's just
yeah, YouTube just chilling, bro.
White bread, bro. Wonder.
Fuck it, it's YouTube. Fuck it, bro. YouTube has literally everything. YouTube got video on demand, right? YouTube got streams. YouTube has shorts. So it's like, fuck it. That's it. Like, whatever, bro.
Yeah.
Like, why do all the work? Why stream on TikTok? Why stream on Twitch? And make YouTube videos? I can just do it all on one thing. I mean, it makes sense, obviously. You know why. I know why you'd want to do that, but
I like TikTok now. I do short videos.
I do too. Oddly enough. Like, I mean, shit, when I was streaming, a lot of my shit came from fucking TikTok. So it's wild. Like,
yeah. Shout out to TikTok.
Right?
TikTok is addictive, man. It has that capability, you know?
Yeah.
And it's short form content is definitely the way because as advanced as we get, we're losing attention span. Everyone.
I hate you, motherfuckers.
And
that's why like, man, people be like, yeah, man, I can't even talk. Never mind. I can't talk. I almost said something I was gonna regret. Never mind. I was gonna be like, man, motherfuckers don't play no games. Motherfuckers can't even play RPGs no more, bro. I don't even finish games anymore, man.
Though. Attention span is short when it comes to things now. When things drop now, it's just like
short and sweet.
Yeah, it's depending on that. And you look at all the short form content. Like, look, I'm not watching a 40-minute YouTube video. I'm just not. I'm watching a 5-minute to 10-minute YouTube video 100%. You know what I mean?
But I do like my long videos though.
It depends on the content that's being provided. Yeah, to be honest.
Of course. Right? That's always going to be the case. Ain't nobody trying to watch 40 minutes of somebody snoring.
Yeah.
Like,
but like that's just the evolution of content creation now, where it's just depending.
Wait a minute,
on
did we
what
have
you
40
like.
minutes of freak snoring though? Never mind.
Because we have more than that, but
you definitely did.
It was definitely more than that. But I wasn't snoring. I wasn't on the mic.
Yeah, whatever.
Everyone was just lost.
How do you know?
No,
because I watched the VOD. I was not. I was lost in dream world, but I watched the VOD, and everyone was like, "What do we do?"
Yeah, man.
Freak's gone. What do we do?
You got real primitive in here.
Then I came back.
Restored civilization.
Then I restored civilization, and I said, "Hey guys, your content, my content," and everyone thought it was a big scheme.
But
that was hella big
I don't
brain.
know, man. I do like the fact that we have different choices now, but none of
them seem appealing.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I feel like this is the perfect. Like Fowler always mentions it, right? And we keep talking about it, but it's like when YouTube, they did make the changes to the the YouTube partner program and stuff like that. But bro, just keep going. Like just keep firing shots. Just keep going. YouTube has it all, bro. Like just kill everything. Like shit. I know they don't have to. Wait, motherfucker, if I was YouTube, I'd be slapping Twitch all over the place. I'd be slapping. Well, they already slapping TikTok. I would slap the shit out of TikTok. I'd slap the shit out of Kick. Get out of here. Like, slap the shit out of Rumble, whatever the hell it's called. Like, come on, bro.
Trollvo.
The same way Twitch slapped up Trollolovo and fucking all the other shit. Like, fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's 100%. I think they need to just be doing more. If they did more, and the thing is, they don't even need to put. This is not cost worthy. You don't need to put cost. Only cost you got to put into it is like advertising, but not really, because when you post something, it's gonna go viral amongst the community.
Shit.
Exactly.
YouTube already got that.
You could just put something out there, and it's gonna circulate via word of mouth in the community. They're just gonna be like, "Hey, look what the fuck YouTube is doing."
Nah, listen. It's as simple as all YouTube has to do is change up their streaming their YouTube Live UI, make that shit more apparent on the fucking
and easier
home screen of YouTube. Yeah, because I can't find live streams for the life of me. Like all they do is that's literally all they have to do. They don't have to do anything else, and that it would be fine.
Mhm.
And like even with that, they can just have it like YouTube Live. Like just separate them just a little bit. So if people want to go and find streamers, we can go and find
Well,
streamers.
They have certain integrations that are not quite apparent, right? So like for example,
Yeah, that's the
like
problem.
yeah, that's the thing. It's not apparent. So like I'll give you an example. So I was looking on my phone. This was a mobile aspect, right? I was looking at my phone and I was looking through channels and certain things, and then you know how like it'll surround the profile pic or whatever it is of a certain channel, and it'll have a red circle around it that has live on the bottom. If you click on it, it takes you directly to the live stream. That's a really good integration, but no one fucking knows that. No
It's actually
one
kind of
knows
annoying
that.
to me because
Yeah.
sometimes I click on it
Just
and it'll be
educated
it'll show live on one of their actual video, one of their like old videos or something like that. Like let's say they just uploaded a video and it'll show live on that video, but I'm like, okay, so I clicked on the video, it's playing the video, not the live stream. Wait, I gotta actually click on the profile pick to get to the live stream. Like that shit like that is dumb.
Or like a premiere too, like because that's another thing that they have too, like to have the premieres. And it's just like
you should be able to choose what you want on the front of, like, you know, the only way to find live streams on YouTube is to either go onto YouTube Live, which searching that shit is trash, or you have to filter your search bar to only to show live streams, right? I feel like there should be I don't know, you know what else is weird about YouTube? It doesn't even show, like, if you go on a YouTube site right now, aren't your subscribers like the last thing that show on the left side of the fucking on the menu on the left? They show like everything else except like your subscriptions. You have to actually click on the subscriptions. I know you have to click on the subscription tab on
Let's
both.
check it out.
Yeah.
So you go left. Look, mine has
And you gotta
home
go
short
all
subs.
the way down
Yeah, I have to click,
see.
and then I have to go down to subscription. But if you click on the subscriptions, it's gonna pull up.
Yeah, but
subs.
think about it. Think about it. The majority of motherfuckers, I know I don't do that. I never click on. Well, I don't click on subs. I just look at my home screen and see what the fuck's on that bitch. Like
I do click on sub because it kind of works the same way it does on mobile, where if you scroll through your subs or scroll down, you'll see the most recent videos that were uploaded at the time. So it's kind of like a timeline basically of the videos that were uploaded.
But most people are just on the home screen because that's like, I like watching random shit. Like, I don't always want to see the people that I'm subscribed to. It's cool when you find that random video from someone that you don't sub to, and it's like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Random cat videos.
yeah, right. Exactly. Random LTG. Let me stop.
But you know, at the end of the day, I mean, I guess the whole point of this, I really hope the whole competition thing really takes off in terms of live streaming. So then that way it checks Twitch, right? Because they have to compete. But if no one's really checking them, like YouTube, or Kick,
right?
to a lesser extent,
bro,
it's like
sitting on the sideline.
yeah, it kills me. It really kills me. Because remember, like a year or two ago, we were, oh my god,
Yeah, the momentum was going up. I mean, to be fair, it's still there, but
yeah, but
not
you know.
The opportunity has not passed for other platforms to capitalize. Let's just say that. They just need to capitalize. Let's just put it out there. That's what they need
to do more work.
It's
Yeah,
like they keep on fucking up.
someone in the PR department, someone in the promotion department, someone who, if you're listening to this, please just go to your high ups and be like, we need to take advantage. That's
I
what they
need to
need
run
to do.
I need to run a goddamn business because I tell you, as soon as I see a rival shitting themselves, I'm taking advantage. Fuck that shit. What the hell? Like, if I see you shitting yourself, you're fucking up. It's a wrap. I would do exactly what Kick is doing. Be like, damn, sucks on Twitch. Well, come over here. Like,
yo, you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of that moment where, what was it? The Xbox One with their whole camera thing.
Exactly.
And then they couldn't, and then you couldn't borrow games from your friends. And then
and then Sony shit on them. Yep.
Yes. And as soon as that happened, bro, Xbox to this day has not recovered.
Nope. They said that. They said that shit too. They were like, yep, we haven't recovered since that shit. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I would do. Take advantage of that shit.
But the thing about that was they had a sharing thing. They just haven't announced it yet. That pissed me off so much, bro. And yes, they would never recover from that shit.
It was more so about like the DRM shit, right? where having shit locked to your console, fucking always online, all that shit, fucking a bunch of crazy stuff. Like having, remember they had the biggest one was you had to have like the you had to have like a 24-hour. It was like a 24-hour something, right? And if you weren't connected, if you weren't connected to the internet within those 24 hours, you couldn't play your game or some shit like that. That was wild. Like, that was OD.
But, like the share system they had was like back in the day before all that came out, and then it was like, you know what, fuck it, let's can this and that, and you know, of course, homeboy guy. Yeah. Like basically, the share thing is, I have the game digitally. Hey, you know, I could bring a friend or two into the game, or you know, share the game with them digitally.
Yeah, but they didn't say that until like I remember the announcement was in like June, right? They didn't say that shit until like September when the consoles came out in November.
Yeah, and like that was the thing, so they just all scrapped it. I was like, well, way to fuck up a good thing there, you know. Like we were all moving towards digital anyway, but
I'll be honest, I don't think that was their plan. I honestly believe I don't think that was their plan until Sony fucked them. I think they were just gonna go forward without having any of that shit. I think that was implemented. I think that was implemented after they got fucked. Because remember, they didn't announce it until like 2 months later. So I'm pretty sure they probably they were like, fuck, we're fucked. Let's go back. Like, let's change all our shit. So I don't know.
It's like that fucking meme where it's like upgrade, fuck, go back.
Yeah. They were asking Chat GPT what to do before Chat GPT was a thing, bro. They were like, what do we do?
I was like, damn, y'all serious? Like, and then Sony was like, nah, we're serious. That shit was crazy.
Man, 360 was good. Like 360 put them up there.
Yeah, they did. But the shit part was they were already fucking up at the end of that generation, so they fucked themselves even more. That's what happens. That's like Twitch. That's literally Twitch. Like Twitch on top in the beginning, and then they start falling off, and then they start making worse decisions. Like, it's like, damn, you would think when you start falling off, you'd change it up and start making better decisions. Like, not make it worse.
I just feel like if you're the CEO of like a multi-million-dollar company, you lose your finger on the pulse of shit. But then again, the people in charge of Twitch aren't even originally made Twitch, right? So they don't give a fuck.
That, and also, they just there to just make the shit make money. That's why they have a billion fucking ads now. That's why they increased the price of Twitch Turbo. That's why they removed the 70-30 split until now, of course, but still stipulations. But they just try to farm money,
right? But
profitable.
then all of their decisions are coming off Sly because of that, right?
Exactly.
And so then like they're actually making less money now than they were making.
Because you gotta think about it. Well, we don't really know that.
I actually don't know. Right?
But the thing is, I feel like the only reason this is such a big deal is because of the way they started, right? Because if you think about it, this is some typical like corporate shit. You know what I mean? Like it's typical corporate shit. They're gonna do whatever they have to do to make money. But, and obviously I'm just gonna play devil's advocate here. Twitch is primarily gamers, right? And you know how entitled these motherfuckers are. Like, so anything, it doesn't matter what it is. Anything Twitch does that isn't good in the eyes of gamers, you know those motherfuckers are just gonna blow it up out of proportion to all this shit. But when I look at it, I'm like, yeah, I expect shit like that. The company's not profitable. They're doing things they're gonna try to make it profitable, right? It might shit on us, but they doing what they gotta do. Like, you look at it from the corporate eye, they doing what they feel like they need to do, right? Like, so I don't know. It's just, what can they do that'll make them profitable that doesn't entirely shit on the people that made them what they are right now? That's the only thing, right? So I don't know. Fuck Twitch though. I'm going to YouTube.
Give me my 70-30 splits.
All right, y'all. So any final thoughts before we go shoot dinosaurs?
We got any Twitch fucking employees in the chat?
Fuck you. Come harass me, bro. Fuck out of here. But anyway, I will say, like, look into the situation, right? Understand that there are options out there. Twitch is not. They may still be the biggest fish in the pond, so to speak. For now, exactly. These other platforms need to take advantage. But at the same time, spread yourself out there. Pause. Devin Nash, the Devin Nash video that Despair. Listen, the Devin Nash video that Despair linked to me, he really looked into this and he said, listen, if you're not a fucking top big streamer, multi-stream. What are they gonna do?
Yeah.
What are they gonna do? They're gonna ban you. You say, hey, listen, sorry, I didn't know. They'll unban you. You have nothing to lose. Multi-stream, hop onto other platform. I'm seeing this on a Twitch stream right now. Guess what? Monday, Mass Effect 3 multi-stream.
Hey.
We're gonna be on everything. Look, multi-stream your channel. Promote your
Can you
shit.
link me whatever? Can you link me that shit?
What shit?
Whatever the shit you're using the multi-stream in.
Oh yeah, I
forgot
linked
what
it
it
to
was
you
already.
already.
You did?
Oh,
Okay.
link it to me
Yeah,
then.
it's in the podcasting. I'll link it to you guys afterward. I gave it to y'all, but I'll give it to y'all again because that's me. But anyway, all of you guys should be doing that. If you're listening to this right now and you do not put your content into one channel, diversify your bonds, diversify your portfolio, multi-stream. What are they gonna do? Ban you? If so, then you already have your answer.
Right? Like,
If not, then you argue it, and just say, "Hey, I didn't know." They'll unban you after a day.
yeah, pay that
cares?
$25 to fucking get rid of affiliate status. What kind of stupid?
And that's it,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Like, stop treating
yeah,
Twitch
that-
as the end all be all, man. This is not. It's not the end all be all. They're not what
It was
they
hella
were.
funny. People were talking about. People were like, "I don't know what's wrong with you, motherfuckers." Acting like Twitch is gonna die. Twitch will never die. You guys are stupid. Like, shout outs to Vine, by the way. Rest in peace.
Shout outs to Vine.
Shout outs
Shout outs to
that just literally disappeared. Like, get out of here.
people act like things will never die, man. Shout out to Blockbuster.
Rip.
Things die, bro. Things die and better things take their place. We don't know what that is right now. My money would be on YouTube because they're the ones
Yeah, what
that
happened to- what
evolve.
happened to the
They're
AI
just kind of
streams?
slow. They got banned. Family Guy AI got banned on Twitch
Yeah, bro.
recently too.
That was a wave that ended immediately.
Right? Listen, they're afraid as AI as we are, but you know, it is what it is. But that's.
Yeah.
Anybody got any other thoughts?
Read your contracts.
Yes,
Yeah.
please read your contract.
Oh, a locked in 30 frames per second on console is good. It's not that
It's not bad.
Guess
It's
what?
not bad. Guess what? You all played God of War on PS4. You know what that shit was? 30 frames per second.
No, 30 FPS sucks, but if you have to do
Yeah.
it, fine. 30 FPS sucks. Let's not say it doesn't suck.
Hey, I'll
It-
put it like
yeah.
this.
Look,
It can suck, but
Like,
it's
I'm
fine
not-
if it's done well.
It's
If it's
tolerable.
locked. Yeah, it's tolerable.
It's tolerable.
I'm not spending 2,000 and up on a PC right now, so I think
Oh,
I'm
that's
good.
different. That's different. They're locked on console.
That's-
If you're on
that's
PC,
different, though.
get it on
Like-
PC. You'll be above
Yeah.
30. You'll be
Yeah,
unlocked.
like I'm
So,
gonna play that shit at 60 if but it's like let's
If you're,
not
a
say
con-
30
if you're
FPS.
on, I mean, if you're on console, like
Yeah, it's
you,
tolerable.
like you pay for what you pay for. Like you're not doing any upgrades or anything like that.
Well, that's the
besides
problem.
rendering.
To be honest, that is the problem because that was the buzzword. That was the buzzword going into the generation with 60 FPS, performance mode, all this shit, all that, and we're not getting it. So that's why it's an issue. It wasn't an issue last generation because nobody cared. People weren't even really talking about it like that, right? Everyone's talking about it now. So it's like that's the main issue, and why I say it's tolerable. It's not good because that's not what we were told going into the generation. Like, it's okay to be ambitious and want to, push your game fidelity like to the max, and sacrifice the performance for it. That's fine, but don't give us hope in the beginning of the generation that we're gonna have this, we're gonna have that, and now we don't have that shit at all. It's literally the same as last gen and the gen before.
I feel like they really undersold this console generation.
They
Or
did.
oversold.
Oversold,
I should say,
yeah. First of all, you couldn't find the shit. Then when you find the shit, they're a disappointment. So it's like, what the fuck?
Who was
Whatever.
it? I think it was me and Freak who had it day one.
I had it too.
Yeah,
That was the reason why
We all
motherfuckers had
had
the shit.
I still
And
do
I
not
was
have
like,
PS5.
That one this joke lives in my head rent free. I think Freak was talking to Kid Crazy or Frodo. And he's like, "You want to know what else is 4K?"
Oh, that was Baby Great.
Oh, there you go.
Baby Great was coming back from a casino trip where she said that she won over 4K. And I said, you know what else is 4K? Because she didn't have a PS5 and I did. Hold that.
SOD.
I was like, damn, hold that.
Like, I don't care if shit's 30 FPS. I prefer it not to be. That shit sucks. But if you're gonna tell me I'm gonna get 60 FPS from a console generation, give me that.
I mean, I feel
or
like
do
that.
the work needed to make the performance modes not trash. Like, because obviously the whole point of the performance mode is to sacrifice the visuals for the fucking performance, right? But for some reason, they're so scared to do it. Like, just drop the shit, drop the resolution, do whatever the fuck you have to do, and call it a day. Like, if you want to make your game look amazing, just put that shit and leave the resolution mode or whatever the graphical fidelity mode. Let that do all that. To the people that don't care.
Consistent stability is what we need.
Exactly. I'm gonna
That's
always
it.
take about 60 FPS performance mode over 30 FPS any day if it fucking works.
The thing is, make sure your game fucking works and it doesn't stutter. And there's no stutter or bullshit. And on day one, it works. It'll be
let's
fine.
Real. There's a lot of games that can't even run at consistent 30. So it's not even a problem if it's 30 FPS or 60 FPS. It's a game engine issue anyway.
Yeah.
So
the game just has to be good. Look at Tears of the Kingdom, bro. Like, that shit is wreaking havoc right now. It's a 30 FPS game and it has drops, but it's consistent and it's a great game. So people just are not
just don't care.
complaining, you know?
Yeah.
People just don't care. If
Still
your
sucks,
game is good, people
but,
will not care. Like, sure, it's not best case scenario, but people won't care if the game is good.
Yeah.
That's it. But look at Redfall.
Anyway, let's not even talk about the garbage.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think that's gonna do it for the listening portion of the podcast. We're about to stream some Exo Primal. So for those of you who are still on live stream right now, watching on Twitch, unfortunately watching on Twitch, we're about to hop into some Exo Primal. But other than that, this is gonna be it for the audio portion of it. You guys got any last words?
We're talking about Twitch next week.
We'll probably be talking
and
about
the week after.
if Twitch
and
fucks
the week
up, we'll
after
be
that.
talking about him next week
Yep.
too, guys. Other than that, have a great
Look
night.
at Twitch. I gotta respect this.
Gotta respect that.
I gotta respect that.
You know what you do, guys? You gotta respect.
Look at that!
You guys gotta respect this cast. For that, check you guys next Thursday. Peace out, y'all.
Did we just let him say that?
Eerily. Yes. Say what I want. Eerily.